put those somewhere exciting. There we go.
All right. Let's rip a couple of Band-Aids off right at the beginning. Number one, I had some sort of sickness crop up on Sunday. Sunday, right?
At this point, it feels like it was a month ago.
When was the 18th?
Sunday.
Sunday.
Yeah.
And it has affected my voice, but today is a lot better than yesterday, I can tell you that.
And if you want to know what his voice sounds like yesterday, continue through the Valerian Duolingo class, and you will eventually hit upon a couple recordings.
Oh, unbelievable. Somebody pointed out to me that I had done the incorrect perfect form for umazigon, which was just humiliating. And it means that because in order for you to enter anything in Duolingo, this is peanuts.
My fault. I shouldn't have fed you peanuts.
There's peanut dust in my throat. Anyway, you have to enter the forms in order to be able to use them on a Duolingo course. So that means I entered all of the perfect forms for umazigon wrong. So I had to go and delete those sentences or replace them.
And do some recordings.
So anyway, so that's one. Number two, Jesse has pointed out to me.
Can they see that?
I don't know if you can see this. I named the font wrong. It looks like it's Sarkhe. Sarkhezhe. I can't believe I did that. Just humiliating.
We all make mistakes, David. Just the other day, I posted something to Instagram that was mistakeful that Jonathan and Christian both pointed out to me.
Yeah.
I fixed it, but it's too late. It was too late. Hello to everyone coming in, by the way. Mateus is saying hello from his parents' attic. So,
oh, wow.
Hello to the attic. Am I trying to off David? By feeding you food. That's it. That'll be the ruin of you.
She's giving me all these foods with antioxidants. She's trying to take my oxidants.
I am. I want them all gone. Oh my God. It's because David is so sarcastic. It's great. All right. So, other big news. I don't know. Well, first of all, yesterday. Today? No, yesterday was Miles's birthday. And so I suddenly was like, what day is it? And so that's today. Exciting.
It's Miles' birthday.
And we have another one coming up, but we're going to see you before, because next Thursday I'll be able to say another big happy birthday that I'm excited about already on my calendar.
The big 2-9.
Is the day we will go live, but the birthday's not until the 30th.
Big 3-0.
There you go. And the other big news, I don't know. Oh, there, yes, Karis waved at us. We got to meet Karis.
Yeah.
In person. And so, yeah, so sorry that we missed last week because of our trip. But because of the trip that randomly overlapped with Karis's trip, we got to meet him in person.
Yeah, Lisbon.
It was so exciting. And so that was amazing. Ooh, I'm glad you're here.
Halion.
Halion or Halion? One of those.
Yeah.
But yeah, so those were some exciting things that I wanted to be sure we mentioned. Also exciting is that if you recall 2 weeks ago when we were live, I was sick.
Mm-hmm.
I'm better now.
Yeah.
David and I seem to have a knack for passing things off.
Yeah.
And being sick at different times, which on the one hand is really good because then somebody's always available to help the other person out, but is also very bad because then like what would be a week or a 2 week long sickness becomes a month of sickness in the house, and it's really unfortunate. But I'm doing just fine today. A little sniffly because we had some weird things blowing through the air, and so I just have like some little sniffly allergies, but nothing like this.
Hey, Karis, I was curious. were
Ooh,
you
it's a
able
word
to,
from the Conley. Go on, go
were
on.
you able to watch the World Cup final? I couldn't remember if how it was going to work, if like you had to like take a plane if it was later. In other words, did you see it early and then not see it late? Because as we mentioned on the Discord, I they're at ungodly early hours over here. So the World Cup final started at 7 a.m. and I woke up at like 8:26 and I threw it on and I saw Argentina up 2-0 and I was like, looks like I missed the game, but whatever.
Oh yeah, had to jump in a taxi as soon as the penalties were over, but it all worked out.
Oh, that's awesome! You got to see the whole thing.
All right, and it
That was
is
some
Halion. Halion.
except with a central.
You know what?
Halion.
I was close enough.
Yeah.
I got it.
Yeah.
All right.
That was
Well,
really cool.
David almost missed it because we slept in a little bit. And so David woke up and the score was 2-0 and thought he had missed all the action, but then the real action happened.
The most uneventful 2-0 70 minutes of game there has ever been.
Yeah, and then the last bit was where it was all at.
Yeah.
Okay, so David, do you want to pull up the image from our last poll?
Yes. Okay. Here we are. So, based on Jonathan's idea for numbers, I came up with 7 different options of ways to do it. Our digits from 0 to 11. I made a couple of executive decisions. One, Jonathan made a suggestion for 0 that I just adopted whole cloth, and that was the little backwards circle.
Yeah. And no cares, we did not manage to get any port before we left.
Gave it up.
And Halion, it's just open to Patreons.
Yeah.
Patrons, I guess I should say.
Yeah. So that was one decision. Another decision were how these things were kind of done. I believe that Jonathan came up with A and C, and then I was responsible for B, D, E, F, and G. And for D, E, F, and G, it also required some extra characters, which I invented. And showed poorly because, as you can see, it got cut off. And I didn't even notice. I got the A, B, C, D, E, F, G all nice and lined up.
You even got part of the inner binding there.
Yeah, but the important part, no, I screwed it up. And no, the script is left to right. So, anyway, these were the options.
Uh-huh.
And now we have the results.
We do have the results. And so let's start in last place, just so I can get serious here. In last place, we have a tie for F and C.
Any votes?
0.
Let's see, it was pretty good.
I
thought F was really good.
And so F and C are definitely no-goes. I was going to try to, I forget, there's my freeze header rows. There we go, now I can scroll. You don't want to be spoiled. You don't want the surprise to be spoiled here. All right, just above that, so what is this?
F and C are gone.
Place? 5th place now?
5th place.
Is E.
E? I thought E was the simplest and the cleanest.
Well, it had 2 votes.
Oh, bless you for those votes. All right.
All right. Above that, so 4th place, we had B.
B.
That had 3 votes.
Huh.
Okay.
What the heck was wrong with B? I don't know.
Oh, well, 3rd place had 5 whopping votes.
Okay.
D, no empty glyphs after.
Okay, so B, C, D, E, F are all gone, right? And
yes.
top 2
are A and G. Do you want to make a wager?
I honestly can't. Tell me this: is it tied?
Yeah.
It's tied.
Yeah. So all the votes were split between A and G.
Oh my goodness.
So yeah. And so technically they were empty glyph system unbalanced is one, and no empty glyphs J thingies is two. Those are the two that we're dealing with.
Yeah.
The A and G absolutely tied.
Now that we're here, I can actually just show it to you. I mean, not that I did them very well, but you know, you can see it right there. See here, just sure what's in there. Let me take a pen so I can strike a line through some of these.
There we go. So, Jonathan is begging as the person who came up with the system to go with A.
Yeah.
Gee,
that's a full cat for 9. I'm tempted to leave this in the hands of Jesse because I have a clear preference.
Oh no!
No!
No! Because then if I choose wrong,
well, I can go down here and I can show you my issue. I don't know if this shows up too much, but basically, I think one flaw of the whole thing is that you have numbers of different heights, which is not a great thing. They should all be the same height.
Oh.
But we can't avoid that. That was what Barry Garcia pointed out. And if you don't know Barry Garcia, he's basically the world's greatest conscriptor, easily. But my big issue here is that with the single line and then the tall line,
there's hardly any difference.
And so you have numbers that look like this, what I've highlighted here. So that was my issue.
So it'd be like a lowercase I and a capital I going back to back.
Yeah, so
with no dot.
Yeah, so basically the difference between A and G is I just removed the ones that are just lines.
And I didn't really spend that much time staring at these until now. Interesting too, the 7. Oh, because that got moved over to 6. I see. Yeah. I see what happened.
I'll also say my idea here with these last two was that the cat was laying down with its tail up in the air, or like kind of doing this type of a thing with its tail up in the air, because the other one was the cat landing and then pieces of the cat, of that image of the cat landing. 9 is the cat landing, 11 up for A.
It's the cat landing.
Yeah, and I can go back to the very beginning to show you. Yeah, the idea was, here's a cat landing and its tail up in the air. And then the original style pull, everybody remembers that was the glyph that came out of it. And so that glyph is now on 9 for G and 11 for A. And then the rest of them are just kind of pieces of that.
Gosh, and Jonathan's breaking my heart here, because that's a good point that you have posted many good things on Discord just for me, including that amazing link to that gnome ice skating picture, which I downloaded. Oh. And the mouse house returned, which I need to get printed and hung on our wall because holy cow.
Yeah.
But like I also...
No, but they're not all numbers, Jonathan.
I don't like the 1 versus 4.
Yeah.
Gosh. That's hard. heartbreaking. Yeah. I feel like, you know what, I just want to get a sense of what people in the viewership is thinking.
Yeah.
Are thinking. Let me get my verb agreement right. Also, I love that every time I lean down, I'm squarely in the TV.
Yeah, here I gotta remember to kind of scoot over.
I don't know that you can scoot over that much.
Can I actually make this chair go down?
I mean, it's your chair, surely. Oh, wait, that's
No,
my
it's your
chair. If you're going to mess with heights, we're going to switch chairs so that way I have my height.
I was thinking if I did that, then I can scoot in real good.
Well, do you want to switch?
Yeah, here we go. We're gonna switch chairs, everybody.
Because that way, whenever I sit back down at my desk, I'm not like, oh my gosh, where did I just shrink to?
Okay, now, there's a thing here. Oh, yes. Okay.
Goodbye.
There we go. See?
Oh my God.
So I can scoot in a little bit, and Jessica can kind of get in there.
All right, listen, you got to be looking at the image. I'm just asking which is your preference, A or G? And it's just which is your preference. This is not in any way, shape, or form a binding poll. I'm just really curious to see. And like I understand that a slash is used, you know, like a 1 versus a 7, which is a good point. But at that point, then we should design it ahead of time and have that already in the system, in which case 4 would not be a straight up line, I don't think.
This is my idea for those last two glyphs. Here, let me show Jessie. So, little kitty doing its play thing. I'm gonna need a pop up. Sorry.
Oh my goodness,
yeah,
David. This is why we don't put you under the table.
But the thing is, it's just a pole.
So David is disappearing. Absolutely disappearing. Oh yeah, the G's 10 is really nice, and seeing the image that it was based on makes it even nicer, because little kitty playing with their cute little footies in the air. It's adorable. All right, so we've got all the votes in. I feel like you all are leaning the same direction I am, and I know David is. I don't want to lose Jonathan's love or images. I really don't want to lose your pictures. Woo! Goodness.
Bibleridian.
Yeah, where's Bib? Come on, Bib. I need to know. I need to know, because I think it's going to be G.
Yeah. Alas.
So I just feel like if there's going to be something to distinguish 1 from 4, then we should have like added it here.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry, Jonathan.
It's very sad, but
I hope you know that I love you all the same, and thank you for this idea. The number system will always carry a piece of you.
Anyway, can we go pull up the image that Jonathan did, though, so we can show everybody? It seems kind of...
Well, I can...
Huh?
If I pull it up here, nobody's going to see it.
Well, you got to turn it around.
Oh, you want me to do it that way?
I didn't think...
Okay.
Oh, Bibleridian, saying you're not good with numbers, that seems false. You do some sort of a science, and if I know anything about science, they all require numbers of one kind or another.
Okay, well, first of all, there's the gnome.
Yeah.
Gosh, that made me so happy.
Yeah.
I'm going to open the original because it's much larger.
Oh, nice. Can you download it to our... Oh, you already did.
I already downloaded it. It's in our shared folder.
Oh, excellent.
It's in the shared folder called Mouse House. All right, just a second. I'm kind of covering other things on my screen.
How on earth can you go into biology to get away from numbers? There are all numbers everywhere.
All right. What How are we going to know when it's in frame?
I don't know.
Okay. I have no idea if you can see this,
Is that George's wife?
but here you go. An amazing thing. I feel like I should just like send it to my computer or something, David, for you
Yeah.
to do. I don't know if you actually saw that.
You know what? I know what I can do. I'm
Oh my
gonna.
God, no! It's the light is
No,
no.
don't
You
worry.
can kind of see it.
Don't worry. This is what I'm gonna do. We're gonna black out the display, and you said it's in the shared folder. I just need to find it, right?
Yeah.
So let's go to.
I'm glad though that gift was done because that would have otherwise had a gift that you would have accidentally just opened the folder
I
for.
made sure not to look at anything. I know that I'm on your computer. I'm trying to be respectful. So.
But you already got that gift that folder was made for, so we're good.
LangTime and then art?
Miscellaneous actually,
Miscellaneous.
and then Mouse House,
That's.
and then Mouse House Returns is the.
Here we go, everybody. So Jonathan made this.
It's just delightful.
This is, I mean,
Well, you got to undo the blacking out.
what are you talking about? Oh,
OBS.
of course, nobody could see it. Very sorry. There we go. And we're going to get it nice and in frame. So we're going to put it over here. There we go.
And so, of alluring moose pictures.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's great. Well, Jonathan, your sister is brilliant then.
Oh, it was actually you, George. I thought it was the first time I was going to say hello to your wife, but no. Hey, George.
But no, this is just absolutely brilliant. And then like the little lights on the door, the glowing fungi. I
And
mean,
then
it's so
a little lantern.
adorable. Every little thing is perfect.
This is one of my favorite pieces of
And look at
digital
that!
art
Look
ever.
at that snail just kind of
Looking in.
Oh, so lovely. And so yes, this is also one of my favorites because
Yeah.
it's right up there with the original Mouse House.
Yeah, it was extraordinary.
Oh, so good. So
yeah,
good.
It was, yeah, I know you probably saw a little bit of it on the thing, but this was worth it.
Yeah, totally worth it. But in case you're wondering, that was the folder of all the photos that I printed out.
Oh.
And so I needed them in an easily accessible folder to transport over to Shutterfly when I printed. And so that's what that was. And that's why I was like, oh, good thing I already gave you that gift. Otherwise,
I really want to open this thing. It says effing birds.
oh my God, go for it.
All
It
right.
was just something. Well, sorry. We're gonna get rated now. Sorry.
That's good though. That's funny.
I should have put a warning on that first. But no, yes, that is.
All right.
Oh, and George says his wife is there if you want to say hi.
Oh, I do want to say hi. I've never met your wife, George. No, you know what? I've never met you either. You know why? It was because I never attended that LCC that was in Wisconsin. Oh, wait. There wasn't one.
Oh, Magpie says the swear words were all conveniently blocked. Woo! Woo! I know, right, Jake?
Mm.
We good job censoring so we didn't get
Right
marked as inappropriate content.
Man, you know what I also haven't been invited to do? To give a talk at the university that George is at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. You're very bitter because you want to go to Wisconsin.
So. I always did. I've heard so many fantastic things about the cheese there.
That's a wonderful place.
Apparently
Kind of magical.
I even have relatives there.
All right. So hello to George. And hello also to Lee, who is somewhere nearby. And let's
Okay.
let's look at what we need to do today.
This
What
year's
were we doing?
this year's LCC is virtual, so it's quite affordable. We're making images. So, so I mean, I don't know what you're doing in terms of the language.
I'm.
This is what I'm doing.
Oh shoot! Sorry, I moved my mouse over and took over your screen again for a second.
Oh, right.
I very suddenly could not control my own computer. Um. So.
Hooray! Say hi back. Oh, that's so cool. I'm so glad that I can say hi at least by way of the screen.
Oh, sure, Jonathan.
Mm.
And if I slip up, please
Oh,
offer corrections.
well, I'm so sorry. I don't think I knew that. I'm pretty sure I didn't know and then forget. I think I just
You know what? We had talked about it. We should do it for Discord. Have that be one of the roles you can do, like in that one server we're on.
Oh yeah.
So that
Then it's
way,
easy.
you can declare.
And it's easy. Yeah.
Either that or I don't know. I guess it'd be a crazy list to keep up with just in a note. But that would be nice.
Oh, this
So I gotta figure that out.
This should be bigger. That's right, so people can see it.
Can actually see what's happening. I also just feel a little bit lost. I remember what needed to happen.
Do you remember this?
Oh, I remember that. I can also, sorry, I'll move this. This has like bumpy things on the bottom, which will get in the way of your drawing. I bought, in case you're wondering what that was, I'm very excited. I have containers in the kitchen, and I bought little chalkboard labels to put on the containers. And so that's going to be part of the weekend's activities, is labeling containers. Okay, so what I remembered I needed to do, I know you have something to say too about what you probably need to do, but after our last stream, Pete Bleakley reached out on Twitter and made a very good point.
Yeah.
By saying, you're making these new words, but you're not assigning them to noun class. And I was like, shoot, we have noun classes in Turkish.
Yeah.
Because my head has been in Wokutiju so much this month. Because, you know, the Luxembourg words and like, so every time in between streams that we've been working on a language, it's been Wokutiju. And so, like, that's where my brain has stayed. I completely, legit forgot when we were coming up with nouns that we needed to assign it to a noun class and probably needed to just go ahead and put a prefix on there. Because we don't have that many nouns that aren't prefixed, including cat. Like, I feel like once cat is not prefix, or, you know, is not a bare root, like, we need to not have very many bare roots.
Yeah.
And so we have things like fish and roach and things like that that we just did that we really need to assign to classes. It's just, I can't believe I did that.
It's okay. All right. That's E. We did that. Okay. So you know what I'm going to do next is I'm going to do S. Because I think it's going to help. We're going to need something like this for when we do our new glyphs. So we're going to do S right here, which looks like a J, a little bit of a thingy on the end. Kind of like this, but with a J termination. I think it should be easy, so I'm going to go ahead and paste it down here. And we're going to delete that and that. That's the piece, and now we need this part. You know, the funny thing, I don't know if any of you are familiar with the flaming lips, but this is what Wayne Coyne sounds like when he's talking, at least when I hear him. And then when he's singing, it sounds like a mouse squeak, like an off-key broken mouse squeak. But this is what his actual voice sounds like.
Now, when David says that, he says it with all the love possible because he loves the Flaming Lips.
Huge fan, huge fan.
So I just wanted to make that clear because, you know, you could. Oh my goodness, we've got all sorts of nouns that need to be assigned.
After Jesus that you gave me. Okay.
Okay, I think some of them are easier than others, but like, one, I have to remember what all these come from.
I need to put a point at 78 right there. 77. I was so close. There we go, 78.
Oh, and of course, when I said prefix, I meant suffix. Because our categories, our classes are marked with suffixes,
yes,
not
they
prefixes.
Are. Yes, indeed.
I was thinking joadi, which is prefix, which left me very confused. I am so confused about what language I'm working on. Oh my word. We don't know why it's showing up like that, Jonathan, but
I guarantee
it's
you,
live chat.
It is live chat. 100%.
I don't know if it's not showing up in the video for you, but I promise that what we're looking at on the screen says live chat and we have matching live chats.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I just took a screenshot of the 9. I don't know if the video is actually showing top chat only. Maybe they did a change where they only show top chat in the call out box, like from their end. Whereas we see live chat here, but what they show on screen.
The only way to know that would be if somehow if chat doesn't match up.
All right, I'm gonna look us up on my phone.
Now, why is it doing
where
that?
I'm not signed in to our account, so I'll see it just like a normal viewer. A normal viewer.
There's this great Mystery Science Theater 3000, where whatever movie they're looking at, the captain who's like on a spaceship says, "Put it on normal view," and then like they make it like really, for some reason there's just a long time span in between him saying that and him doing it. And it's supposed to be really dramatic, so they start going normal view, normal view. It's great.
The video is so unclear.
Yeah, Halia knows it.
Okay, we need everybody to make like 5 comments at once, so that way I can see if... Okay, I see, Halian, I see your normal view. I'm looking at a very small screen too. This is... Ooh, hello, Alk.
I'm going to put...
Okay, this is also very bizarre that, I'm waiting for this screen to catch up with that screen. Alk's comments just came up. Y5, I don't know.
Huh.
I don't know. Jonathan, make a comment, because yours is the one that seems to... Oh, there's Jonathan's.
Desert Bus for
What?
Hope might be something that Jesse doesn't know.
No, wait, there's Jonathan's. Okay. Interesting. It did skip. Holy cow. It skipped Jonathan's Liefstroop.
Unbelievable.
But then posted that's Mendutme for pet possums.
Well.
But like we see it here.
Yeah, we get to see live chat. You don't. And it doesn't get memorialized. That's very strange. So I'll tell you what. We updated OBS, and OBS changed the way you can do a lot of things. A lot of things were deprecated. All right. One of the things that was deprecated was the way that we put chat up there. You can't just put any window up anymore. It has to be specific. So then the way that we made it work was you get the URL for what the chat is and paste it in, and then that's what's shown. Apparently, when you copy that link and paste it in, it just does top chat. And so even though we can see live chat, you can't.
So sorry. And why, Jonathan? Why is...
No, again, Holly, you're not understanding. We're seeing live chat.
Like
we've already clicked on the thing.
We've done it from our end.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that is so bizarre. And yeah, so sorry that you seem to get affected. What does our top chat have against Mindutme, I believe. I believe there's an N in there. Yes, Mindutme is how I'm going with it. But also I need to know IPA. Leuchtfrucht. I'm trying to say pet possums.
Yeah.
Man. Halion, it is Font Lab, and I believe it's in its 8th version now.
Yeah.
I almost said edition, but that seems like the wrong thing to say.
I am rethinking this one.
As David is rethinking, we created words for cat eye and cat tongue. Tongue obviously has to be in the hard or rough category, yeah? Got a rough tongue.
What's going on?
Oh my god.
Are you talking to me? What?
I love you.
I love you too, Jeff.
We created a word for cat tongue.
Yeah.
And I said that should go in the hard or rough category, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But then we have a word for cat eye, or eye.
Uh-huh.
Soft or spongy? God, that seems gross.
No, but it's accurate.
Okay, so soft or spongy? Okay. I don't, if you don't know, everyone, I've got a thing about eyes.
Yeah, that's not the type of thing you're supposed to reveal, because now you give them power over you.
Jonathan, no, I don't think it. Oh, listen, Jonathan. I had a perfect pronunciation until you sent the IPA and show me how I was wrong. And apparently, it did not go through. Leuchtfrucht. I had a little metathesis at the end.
Hey, I'm gonna need
Thank you, Jake.
I'm gonna need to ask some questions of our good citizens, including you, Jess.
Got it.
That weird. Okay, so, right, because if natural scroll is backwards, then that's backwards too. Look at this. If you tip it that way, it goes that way. Does that make sense to you? It's like I'm using a British mouse.
It's meant to be screen drag, and so if you want it to go that way, you drag your finger this way, therefore you push the button that way.
But my finger remains motionless.
I told you last time you could change it.
Let's carry on. So here's the thing. We've got this glyph right here for S, okay? You can see it kind of looks like a J. I created something very similar to that. I can keep tweaking it so that it actually looks more like a J. But as I was messing with this, I was like, the darn thing just looks like a backwards S. I'm sorry, regular S. We already have a backwards S. Backwards S is for E. And so we could make it so that forwards S is S. Oh my God, that's SCLU. SCLU, Jesse, SCLU.
So I was looking at it, I was thinking B, but it was option B, and
No.
It actually is Proto-S.
Oh my God.
Oh, that's amazing.
And it would be an S for SCLU too. Oh my God. Oh my God. All right.
Nice.
So I just wanted some feedback on this.
Splendorful.
Oh my goodness.
It is splendorful.
What do you think? Yeah, what? Put up a poll.
Oh, the J ear. I like that description, so I'm going to go with the S ear or the J ear.
Yeah.
Which shape for S do you prefer?
So,
Left, which is J ear.
Capital J, please,
Oh, sure.
because doesn't look like a lowercase j.
Or right, which is S ear.
There you go.
There we go. Oh, the S ear one is ever so slightly cut off. David, get your natural swirl on.
Yeah, I got it.
I told you you could change it. I don't need this sass. I'm the one who gives the sass here.
Oh yeah, and Magpie's got it there, and the reason that it came up was because like the first person plural pronoun, I think in Ingala ended up being WE.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
oh my gosh.
Really accidental.
Viren JS for Jesse Sam.
It sure is. Got my new logo. Right. Oh, there is a definite preference. Like, we still have 2 outstanding votes, but it's like 80%. It's not.
But what does Biblaridian say? Because the thing is, if he disagrees with this result, he's just going to lambast us in the Sunday edition. You know he is.
Lambast or lambast?
Lambast. Pull it up.
Oh, no, I was just teasing you.
It is lambast, right?
I believe so.
Unless, like, is it supposed to come from based like a lamb?
Lamb-based.
What?
Oh my god. It's lamb-based.
It's lamb-based.
And like stress on the based. Lamb-based.
It's lamb-based.
So is Bib gonna lambaste us?
No. So, okay, well, that's good to know. So now we'll just move on. But I will say I am not happy with this J shape, so we're going to mess with it. I'm going to take this, move it over there, give it a yellow. We're going to keep that right there.
This is from Based Sense 3, which is to beat someone soundly or thrash.
Wow.
And then lamb, it's from the sense of lamb as in to hit someone hard. And so it's really just hit thrash.
Wow.
It's like a double whammy, literally. It's a literal double whammy.
Or 40.
And no, Karis, it's not related to being on the lamb, which is why I looked it up, because I was like, well, what does that have to do with this? That is so fascinating. Okay. I feel like I know what I was going to do. I was going to actually enter into notes, because we haven't actually made dictionary entries for these, so it's okay that we didn't have the class assignments for these nouns that we had created. But I do want to add the class assignments now. And so oh goodness, I don't know what this would be. I have forgotten how to do this. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, there we go. Now it's looking a little nicer.
X. Good thing we have Lexergy. Once again, thank you to the amazing Graham Hill for Lexergy.
Yeah.
It saves me every time.
4.
Oh, I've forgotten how to do. Oh, I remember.
40. 40. And then this thing needs to be at 610. There we are.
All right, it's going to stay K.
Oh, Biblaridian approves the results. Well, that makes me feel better about it, to be honest. I just wasn't feeling it, but I mean, if Biblaridian thinks it's good, then And that's good enough for me.
And we were spelling ash with the umlaut. Yeah. Okay. So cat tongue will actually be te ca. Take a. With the ending.
Tika. This is going to be hard to do this, with studying Finnish, because that word shouldn't exist. It should either be teha or tekka.
But we also swear that they're pronouncing half the Finnish wrong.
Oh yeah, their pronunciation of Y is strange. Y, this front rounded high vowel is Y. You pronounce it like an E, but with lips rounded. Y. The Finnish one is It's very clearly barred I. Yeah, I am talking about Duolingo.
Wole.
There's this
All
name
nasal.
P.
Wole.
There's this name Pyry, and they say Buddha. It's like, what? That's one iteration. I'm going to do another one here.
Wait, this is class 4 and that was class 5.
I'll try to work on this.
Okay. So now our full word for I, the base was won, but now it's wole, is the full word with the class marker. And cat tongue, te was the root, and then teke is with the class marker. So now
we have recorded ones.
We have that done.
Okay, so
but only one daughter. I love it, George. A bread filling is called the insert.
What do you mean?
George's wife has taught one daughter, but only one, to call a bread filling the insert.
What is a bread filling?
Would that be like when you put something inside, like, well, I guess I should ask, because in my head I was thinking like when you like have a bread that you essentially put stuff inside.
Oh, okay.
But
like a calzone?
Like a stuffing type thing, or oh wait, bread filling. Is the bread the filling, or are you filling the bread? I was thinking like when you bake like a bread and you can like, put jam or something inside it.
Yeah. How's this fat boy? I like it. It needs some fixing. Don't you worry, I'm gonna fix it. I'm gonna fix it.
With a custard filling. I was right. Like a jam or a custard. Okay, so I was on board with what George was saying.
Okay.
You confused me. That's it.
Oh.
But how funny is it that it could have meant all those things and more? Okay. Did we decide two cats cuddling? That was just going to mean to cuddle. That was a verb, so I don't need to do class marker there. Okay, so we have a fly, like an insect fly, and that should, of course, be, well, no, let me take that back. The insect fly, should that be considered animate?
I mean, diminutive animate.
Well, sure. I just wanted to make sure that I was, because, if they decided insects were not animate, then they would have completely different class markers to deal with.
But they're very...
But fly and roach should both belong to diminutive animate, yeah.
Yeah, they're very...
And so ZEW is that root that I'm going to need to add. NIZZEW.
You got it. Are you getting it?
Neatsy.
This is where we're going to rely on the heat map quite a bit.
Oh my goodness, that's cute. The word for fly, the full word is nitsi. Oops.
That's not good.
And then let's see what the word for roach will be. L schwa WX.
That's not good. That's not good.
Lutsu.
That's also not good. Let's see what happens if we do this.
I think what you're saying was my pronunciation was not good.
Look. Sometimes when you just delete it, it just does what
pretty.
you want.
That's nice. Okay.
Look at that.
Oh wait, this is class 2, right?
Pretty as a
Diminutive,
pig in
yes.
pearls.
I don't know about you sometimes.
Isn't that something that you would say on the farm?
You've obviously never seen a pig in pearls if you think it's pretty. Okay, so for bed or basket, here's a big question. Bed or basket?
Yeah.
You ready?
Kinda.
Would it be soft? Would it be a container? Or would it be warm?
A container.
All right, so class 7. B-I.
You said basket, right?
Yeah, bed or basket.
Oh, bed. I thought you said bread or basket.
No, bed or basket. We haven't decided the exact.
Ooh, look at this. Look at this word. Biblaridia. Norwegian has one of my favorite words from any language, pålegg. Anything you might consider putting into a sandwich. There you go. So it's not an insert, it's a pålegg. That's wonderful.
Okay, and that was class 7. Okay, we did roach. Fish. Is a fish diminutive?
Yes.
Okay. D-O-W-N plus C-E-W.
So some off there.
Dutsu.
Maybe I just go.
Dutsu. All right, finally, tail. Is a tail soft? Yes. Yeah, a tail needs to be soft.
Yes.
Okay. L-A-N-E-R-X. Slash M. Becomes aura.
That's good.
I so can't pronounce this language. Okay, and that is, I believe, a class, is it 5? No, 4. Class 4. Okay, so thank you, Pete. I now have class assignments for all of those. Whew, thank you for reminding me what language I'm working on. Oh, we need leaf. Leaf. Let me say that again. Leaf. Would a leaf be soft, hard or rough? It's definitely not a liquid. Container seems weird. Tool, warm or abstract? Where would you put leaf?
Hard.
Hard or rough? Okay. And that will be a class 5. B schwa N. Q.
This is, I mean, even if I complete this, it's just going to make it into an S. And I know that people didn't want the S, so never mind. Boy, it sure does make it look wavy gravy, though. Maybe I'll finish this out just because I want to see just how it can look.
Now, caught up with the nouns we've created. That's true, George. I'm guessing really what this means is their general fish are going to be smaller. Ooh, an augmentative fish could be like a shark. That could be fun. Although they may not have sharks where they are.
No.
Not every place has sharks, and I think they're inland. Magpie raises a good question. Have I ever actually seen a pig in pearls? Dun, dun, dun.
You gotta ask Jessie about that. She has a lot of experiences with pigs and pearls, apparently.
More than you.
Yeah, because she's all like, "Have you ever seen one?" Obviously implying that she had.
Also,
Really love this, but no, people didn't want the S. They all want us to take note, a la the Utah Jazz. So we're gonna put those over here.
I have goodness.
Thank you.
Have you finished the shape you were working on as
Yeah.
I was doing that? I have finished assigning nouns to noun classes.
Yeah.
Do you think?
Yeah. I'm just
Oh, you're going to leave me first?
Yeah.
But as our unofficial sponsor, woo, wherever that is, all the reps at Copico, we love you. Ready to enjoy some here. Also realizing I'm not even wearing the right glasses. I'm like, why does this computer feel harder to see? Just switch these out as we wait for David. Oh, but now I can't see that part of the screen. Well, gosh. The decisions. I can't read the chat. So I need my other glasses for
Allow
that.
me to put on my
But
slightly smaller glasses.
This is so much clearer if I wear these.
The chat's right there.
I know, but every once in a while I look up because if I have my Pages document open, I can't see this anymore.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you ready?
Yeah, I just need to...
I love space for you.
You did? You left space for me? That's so nice of you. Thank you.
I'm also giving you a cappuccino, Copico. While I enjoy a coffee one.
Cheers. Cappuccino. Cappuccino.
All right. Oh my goodness. There we go.
Copico. When you need something for a potluck, you can't go wrong with Copico.
Sure.
Now, where's that blue thing?
The pen that you were just using?
Here we go. All right. Now that we've done that, we can do the backwards of that.
Oh, which was the backwards?
The backwards of that
Mm-hmm.
is J. Yeah. All right.
So the S is S and the backwards of it will be a J.
Well, it's not an S.
It's a J.
Oh, that's not right.
Whoa.
Sorry.
That was fun, though.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. Glad you could enjoy that for a moment.
Oh. Jake, I need to hear about the aged Copico. Is it... Like, I'm just so curious how the texture is off. I totally believe you. I'm just so curious what happens when a Copico goes old.
When Copico go bad.
Because we still have quite a few left, and I kind of need to know if the bottom half of this is at some point going to be...
Golly, Copico,
unfortunate.
that pie belongs to Mrs. Miller. I don't think we should take it. Nah, take it, kid. It's gonna taste good. That's when Copico goes bad.
Nice.
All right.
Oh, they're a little chewy. Okay. That is super interesting. So far, our giant bucket of Copico has not gone chewy, but that is a good thing to be aware of. We may need to eat them a little faster.
Well, I'm sure that's they've gotten chewy for Paul Hollywood. This isn't a biscuit, is it? It's all chewy. Oh, goodness.
It was really, it's fascinating to me as we're watching on family dinner nights, we're watching the Great British Bake Off. Finally catching up on the most recent season. But it's like super interesting because like when they do biscuits, which of course we think of, most of them that they're mentioning, we think of as cookies. But then like when they're talking about texture and how disappointed they are because there's no snap. And like we're thinking, well, gosh, soft cookie sounds amazing, especially with all the flavor that they have in it.
Mm-hmm.
But they want the snap. And it's just so fascinating to me. And then also fascinating is when they made those rolls the other day. And they had so much orange zest in it that I kept thinking, oh, goodness, that's going to be disgusting because it's just like all zest.
Yeah.
And every single bite, Prue was like, oh, good orange flavor. And I'm like, really? What? It's crazy. All right.
Decided to do that one.
All right. So, as David's working, do you need to say something before I take over?
Just tickle it.
Do you need me to just untickle it? Little pat. Crunchy biscuits and drowning in zestiness. So good.
Amen, Jonathan.
I can't wait for. We're still waiting for the episode when they try to do.
Oh yeah,
some Mexican dishes.
Cannot wait. Cannot wait. I want to show my mother.
Literally have been looking forward to that episode since. Where were we that we saw all the memes pop up that we started?
Yeah.
It must have been in Baltimore. We started watching all the memes that were popping up online because it was airing at that time. But we weren't ready because we were finishing Legend of Korra. And so we had to wait until we finished that.
All I know is Bali, which should not talk about s'mores ever again. Yeah.
True. Wow.
All right, we're gonna.
Okay, so Jonathan, are you referring to the Mexican food episode or the s'mores episode?
Huh.
Because I think either of them I would understand, but I need to know. Okay, so one of our glyphs, and I've been avoiding some of the harder glyphs in terms of meaning. One of our glyphs is based on. Oh, that's cute. Is based on. Is based on an image of a cat marking a tree, but we don't know what it's going to mean.
All right.
And like, we already have a word for scent that indicates territory. We don't have a word that specifically means to mark, like to mark with a scent. And I feel like that would be an important concept for them. So they would have a verb, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe we can just say to mark them. Which means it'll be a verb. Okay, Jonathan, you were referring to the Mexican food episode. Okay.
Let me tell you, Jonathan, as a Mexican, I'm looking forward so hard to it because, like, I mean,
I'm looking forward to sitting beside you as we watch it, or maybe across so I can watch your face better.
We can't do anything worse to Mexican food than the middle of our country. Yes.
Don't get David started on Missouri and Mexican food.
Oh boy. Twice have I had Mexican food in Missouri. Oh my goodness. What was I doing? And that was before I visited Jesse's family too. Oh man.
I'm still going to take you to the newest one in
Oh
town
yeah.
at some
Oh
point.
yeah, we gotta.
Okay. Mateus, you should get into baking. I love it because really for me, baking is like if you just follow the directions, things usually turn out. Especially when you're baking easier things. Like if you get into the crazy things like pâte à choux and things that are just super crazy, then that's on you for having tried it. But for like, you know, the basics, I love that it's so much more sciencey than cooking is. And so it definitely like makes me happy in a way that like, especially if you're just having kind of like a day, it's good to be like, I can go in the kitchen and I can do these things and I know exactly how it's going to work.
All right, so this is not gonna work.
What were you trying to do? I didn't see the image you were working on, sorry. I am, however, ready to elicit some forms.
Trying to do that.
Oh, no.
And so what you can see here, this ain't really possible with the line width that we have. You can see that this little thing already pushes above this line. We can pull it down because like we can just essentially straighten that, but that won't solve the problem of the fact that this thing needs to curve over on itself. There's 300 points in here, and the line is 150 points. Yeah.
You think Jake's come?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god, I almost choked on my Copico. Thank you, Jake. Okay, so yes, you're having...
Yeah, and so what we got to do is have a bigger descender or have this come up above the writing line. And I think having a bigger descender is the correct decision. It just means that we're going to have to change the
font settings?
yeah, the size again. I have to mess with the size again, which I really don't like to do. But I think we're going to have to. Here we go, family dimensions.
Also, hey, Carl.
And so we need to think logically here. If this thing is 150 wide,
yeah,
and we got a descender of 300, then we're essentially building in space for double over on itself. And the question is, do we want, I think we want 100 space in between the two. I mean, at least
for like
100.
the next line.
So we're going to have to go with the descender of 400. Later, Brian.
Bye, Brian.
I'm not sure if we're going to change the units per M yet. And let me explain the units per M for those that are interested in fonts. So in English, an M character, right, is the standard character. So the lowercase m is the standard lowercase size, uppercase m is the standard uppercase size. You can have things that go below that or above it a little bit, but the M is considered to be the standard size. And so what you do is when you're creating a font, they would say, well, how big is your M, right? And that would be the base for everything else. And then when they started doing fonts for other scripts that don't have the same alphabet, they just used that same terminology. And so right now, our units per M are 1,200, which is 1,000, and then 200 above it because all of our glyphs are mainly 1,000. And then we allow for a descender. And the thing is, if you start increasing the size of the ascender and the descender too far beyond the units per M, the ascenders and descenders will start to get cut off when you go from one line to the next because it only expects so much space for a given window. If you increase the size of the units per M, though, font size decreases. And so that's when sometimes you'll see this when conlangers create fonts. In order for it to show up correctly, they have to
put the font in like size 24, and then it'll look like size 12 times New Roman, and it's because the units per M are off. Sometimes you have to do it. Anyway, we're going to see if we can do this with 400, and I think that should be fine. We just need to figure out exactly how long it's going to be, because that's how long we're going to get to curve it.
And Mate's same. I also, authenticity matters less to me than tastiness, but I believe that David's problem with certain Mexican foods in certain parts of our country have more to do with the queso.
Oh God, no, it's not just that, it's also, I mean, because it's also tastiness, you know, like if you think about pizza, I consider myself a pizza gourmand, not a pizza gourmet, which means that I love really fancy high-end pizza. I love like real pizza that you can only get in Italy. I also think Pizza Hut is great.
Imo's is great.
It's great. Like, I'm not turning down any pizza.
Imo's is way better than Pizza Hut.
There was only one pizza which I just wouldn't touch with a 10-foot pole, and that's the pizza that was made in my cafeteria. Silence your mouth. The pizza that was made in a cafeteria, in the cafeteria in my elementary school. Because what the pizza consisted of, it was, you know, flat bread, right? And so there was, you know, flatbread dough. And then instead of tomato sauce, it was hamburger meat. And then there was cheese on top of it. And that was it. And like, the cheese was bad. The hamburger meat was very plain. There was not a hint of tomato on it. And I tried it once and like I wouldn't even finish it. And I never had it again. Now, that is the kind of Mexican food that I've gotten in Missouri. Where it's like, it's not just like, oh, you changed this and tweaked that. It's like you changed every single thing and replaced it with the worst version of it possible. And that's what you got. It was like where I picked up just a chip in the bowl and I wouldn't even eat another chip because they were that bad. Oh. Anyway.
All right. So as you're working on that and you're done with the pizza thing.
Yes.
Okay.
I need
so
I like how you put that. It's like, David's done with this little thing.
So we need a verb that means to mark, as in to mark territory, the way that cats do by, you know, rubbing or whatnot. And so we need that verb, and it needs to start with an S. We need, again, kind of shorter words here because these are meant to be really basic roots. And so, you know, CV, CVC kind of structures. And yeah, starts with an S. And so throw some suggestions at me while David thinks / poses another question. And we'll get a poll going in a minute.
Two things. You can really annoy Jesse by saying Missouri. But queso is this. Queso is, of course, the word for cheese in Spanish. But they invented, somewhere in America, they invented this thing called queso, which is pronounced just like that. And it's like liquid cheese.
Well, that's what queso is.
Queso is just cheese.
No, in Mexico it is.
Yes.
In America, in Tex-Mex, queso is the sauce.
Yeah.
Which is liquid cheese, yes.
Yeah.
And you can also get meat in it.
Oh, God. And so it's this just
dip it right out.
Weird liquefied cheese. And like, and if you talk to somebody from this region, they'll say that it's just not a Mexican restaurant unless they serve good queso. And like, this is something I'd never heard of from anybody. Any of my relatives from Mexico, nobody knows what this thing is. They just invented it. It's abominable. All right, so this is what happened. I put this at 200 because that's a halfway point between 0 and negative 400. I'm sorry, negative 200. But of course, that's not the halfway point. The halfway point is going to be between 150 and negative 400. So that's 550 total. What is half of 550?
275.
Okay, and what is 150 minus 275?
Negative 125.
Negative 125. There we go. All right.
And Alien Overlord, yes, font making, but also complaining about queso.
Yeah.
And taking suggestions for short protoforms starting with S for the verb to mark. I've lost my list. Where am I? There we go.
There we go.
I
Jinx.
said there we go first. Goodness.
Okay.
Oh yeah, queso fresco is a specific kind of white cheese.
That's a specific type of cheese, and it's really good. Queso fresco is one of my favorites. We actually just got some for the salad, right?
Yeah, for
Yeah.
Sunday, yeah.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. That was one of my favorites of your dishes.
I am glad to hear it, because you're stuck eating it.
I'm so sorry.
Bless you.
I thought I was feeling better than this, to be super honest. Okay, now it's connected. So now we just need to I scheduled my day well, so I'd be able to take it after this.
Indeed.
Okay, so this is getting there. I mean, at least the basic shape is there. I just don't like the look of it. This needs to be a little higher. Not that high. Maybe that high. Life's a great and I'll remind us.
Whoops. There we go. Got some forms to type in here. Oh, that's right. We don't
Nice
have.
ragdoll.
Were you being blessed?
Yeah. And
Sorry, I'm falling behind. Like I don't even bless you anymore. Like
no.
yeah.
Check this out. We got like a fatty lip down here for this thing, so I want to try to get that. I want to see if I can do that. And in order to do that, this is going to need to come out this way. And then we go 1, 2, put that back, and oh nope, and then let's get this thing out here. Bring that down. Okay, we're gonna need to stop that. Can I lock the position of this thing? I can. Thank God. All right.
All right, and then David, I actually ended up having, because I came up with a few forms too as I was waiting for suggestions.
There we go.
All right, so David, I have 5 forms, so I can only put 4 into a poll. This means to mark. Sir, soet, zeg, sau, siet. We need to remove one.
Yeah, I know.
I just wanted to remind you.
Get rid of so.
This one?
Yeah. Yeah, look at that. In fact, let's bring this up.
Okay, I'm making a poll now. Well, David is excited about something there. And someone had suggested SUT as a proto form, but we don't have a proto U, so I changed it to O, but in its modern form it comes out as U, so like it still, like, you know, the end result is the same. Just wanted you to know so that if that was your suggestion, it made it. It just made it in a slightly different proto form. All right, here we go. To mark, as in mark territory, we need a verb. You've got 4 options. Oh, that's looking nice.
Yeah, that's so. Something's slightly off about this right there.
Interesting. Ooh, we got a bit. Ooh, ooh, we're getting all shifty. Holy cow. We have, okay, this is too good not to just stop the poll here almost. We have, oh, somebody else
Oh,
just signed
wow.
in, but we have a 3-way tie, and we technically had all the votes in, but like, then somebody signed in somewhere else.
Look at this.
What? Oh my God, that's amazing.
There's a chicken. There's a chicken on the street.
Okay, like 4 somebody signed in. They really wanted 1 to win. So sich is now our verb.
This is what we needed to do. This is what we needed to do. Look at that, Jess. Look at.
Oh, nice. And real quick, Jonathan says there's something funny going on right at the horizontal bit at the bottom. Is that intentional? And I'm not entirely sure, Jonathan.
Talking about this.
Like a slight vertical differential? George, listen, I actually thought it was going to be seats. I thought that was really cute. I thought it was like, I don't know. I thought that one was going to make it, but, you know. Okay, Jonathan says now that I'm seeing it, it looks intentional. Okay.
This is going to need to come down just a scoosh.
Well, Jake, you should have voted for your own one because that was a good one. But here we have it. We've got a winner. Winner, winner, chicken dinner.
Yeah.
Now we have a chicken on Aaron Street. Can I just say that, like, I swear every time Meridian says what, like, the way she says it, or like, you know what, is what she says a lot.
Yeah.
And, like, in my head, it's like the childhood chicken butt.
Huh.
Because it's just the way she says, you know what, where I'm like, it just takes me right back to being, I don't know, 7.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and that one is a verb, so we don't need to worry about noun classes because verb. The next one's going to be fun.
Now the only question is if it's too wide. So if you think I should bring it in.
I mean, I guess you could, but I also like that.
All right.
So, like, I am A-okay with that. Oh, and Jonathan had said it's when the grid is showing. It's like a weird optical illusion that makes it look off to them, but without the grid, it's good. So it's Yeah, Jake, sometimes I swear the pole maths do not math. Like I don't really get it. But
I
also
think it's good.
technically the amount of viewers went up by 4 when I polled. So, all right. Oh no, George says it's a state of emergency in Wisconsin. Yeah, they're getting pummeled in the middle of the country right now.
Oh boy.
All the way from north to south. So I know a lot of places, for instance, in Texas, like I haven't seen Megan. Have you?
No, she said it was snowing there.
Right, but I was a little concerned that that meant that
Oh,
she
right.
may be out of power or something. And so, because I know that that's already started and I've already been seeing, because I'm still on a lot of like local email lists from where I used to be.
Yeah.
And buildings like churches and things like that are opening their doors to people who don't have heat right now because, you know, out of electricity. Do you want to get started on what you're going to do before I start the next request for roots and poll?
No, you go ahead because I'm gonna pop
Are you
out.
gonna-
I'm gonna pop out and I'll be right back.
All right. So while David's doing that, George, you're right. That is also an emergency because, come on, seats. That was just so cute. It's so seatsy. Okay, okay. We need a root that is based on, like, our glyph for it is a cat with crossed paws. So then the question is, what does it actually mean? I'm thinking some sort of verb, like meaning to cross or to overlap or to, yeah, to cross. But like cross like this, not like cross a desert, right? Like that could be a totally different form. Why a desert? I don't know. It could have been cross a river, which would be more Canadian than a desert.
Yeah.
But like what I mean by cross is, you know, like how we cross our arms, they cross their little paws. I think that makes the most sense is to have that root actually mean to cross in the sense that you overlap one appendage with another.
Yeah, or just overlap anything with another thing. Yeah.
Yeah. And so this verb, which means to cross or cross overlap, whatever, right? That verb needs to start with an X in its proto form. And so everybody, please get your thinking caps on. Short root starting with an X. I'm taking suggestions now. To do the Macarena. Yes. Oh my gosh. Because the Macarena is all just crossing and uncrossing, isn't it?
Yeah. I didn't think of this, but essentially this glyph right here, it just looks like that one upside down.
Which one, sorry?
I mean, they basically are.
Yeah. Done.
Now the only question is, what looks more accurate?
All right. I'll just 1 second. I'm going to answer you. I'm going to double check myself. I always recheck the IPA charts because I have a hard time remembering. I'm going to read them in letter forms. So like the letter E, which is the sound A, ash, the central barred I, E, the schwa, O in the back, and then in the back. So we have no proto E and U. Those are out. But we do have A, U, E, O, A. Oh, and Karis just listed them. Thank you, Karis. All right. And I got Jake's suggestion. Now let me go down the list. Karis, Hulk, Tabby, Hugh, and Hin. Whoops. I can type. Hin and Hen. Ooh, we like we're feeling the N in this one. That's interesting. All right. I have enough suggestions. Oh, Viren, I'll get yours in there. I'm going to double check the document, make sure we don't already have these protoforms, run them through Lexergy to triple check that I have the right modern forms, and then I'll have David narrow it down to 4 before I start the poll. So I'm going to be doing that right now. All right, first one is good. I really need practice saying this one. Hugh, Hugh, Hugh.
That's what Tab did. Hey, I've got a question for you, Jess.
Yeah.
So this character is larger than 1,000. For its regular form, the top of it sits above the writing line.
Oh, like up here?
Yeah, when it's flipped over. Now, when we flip it this way, what looks better, where it goes up or where this goes down a little bit?
Interesting. Because you would think, oh yeah, I'd rather the tops be even.
You got it.
Yeah.
I thought so too, but I wanted to check with you.
Aw, cute little snail. I love it. Magpie says that the J-ish glyph reminds them of a snail.
Yeah.
Jake.
You can make that bump even bigger to
Oh
make it look like a snail.
Jake says it's got limp wrist vibes, and I'm like, no, sorry. No limp shakes. Okay. Oh, goodness. Jake, I swear, did you come up with this route just to hear me try to say it? I see you. Ooh. Oh, both of those come out the same. Well, that's kind of fun. David's going to have to decide which one he likes better. Because that would be silly to have both of those. All right. David. We've got... so Alien Overlord, the actual symbols themselves, the glyphs, oh my gosh.
I'm doing this just for you.
Needs a little like top hat or a little, just a little hat askew.
Yeah.
Yeah, just snailifying for me because I find snails rather cute, and now this makes me happy. This needs to be like when you type an asterisk, this is what you get, you know?
Okay.
Be like, I'm ready for the snail. Thank you.
Now I need to know, how do you make a hole in something?
Can you cut out?
Just gonna give him a little eye.
Oh my gosh, that would be adorable. Okay, but Alien Overlord, yeah, so the actual shape of a lot of these glyphs is really more tail inspired, you're right. But the images themselves that they were based on are based on, in general, like a whole cat. There, I think, is one that was a tail specifically, but most of them actually have like full hand-drawn images that they were based on. Jonathan, that's great though. Jonathan actually thought this was going to be a glyph.
No.
I love it. I love it. There was like a moment of panic where Jonathan was like, I have been questioning everything ever. That's amazing. Oh, thank you, Jake. Okay. David.
Yeah.
I have 6 words. I need to narrow it down to 4. This means to cross or to overlap. Here goes the first one, which is totally going to sound wonderful, and you won't need to look at the spelling at all because you're going to know exactly what sounds I'm trying to produce one after the other.
Got it.
This is Jake's root. Hill. Hill. Hier.
And this is for crossing.
Yeah.
Eliminate that one, please.
Can you say it for us, though?
I'm sorry.
Thank you. I almost had it. Okay. Then we have ha, hu, ha. Bless. That wasn't a sneeze. Why am I blessing you?
Yeah, I don't know.
So really what needs to be eliminated here is we have two different forms that come out to heh with a nasal. And we should really only have one of them in the poll because that's silly. The question is, would you rather have a protoform with a high central vowel, which will affect some of the, verbal agreements with vowel harmony, or would you rather have the ash as the protoform? So E versus A, they both come out the same in the modern form, but could affect some verby things.
Get rid of keen.
That one? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So first, want to address. Oh, you know what? Oh. Also, I almost called you Dead Horse instead of Dark Horse. I am so sorry. But Dark Horse had asked what we're going to do after the dog language is finished, which we have some time to decide. But we have already talked about needing more languages for potential expansion packs in the future. So there's this is not over. Two. Okay, I get it, Jake. I really get it. But yeah, David turned against you at the last minute. But I tried. I tried my best. I want you to know, Jake. And I know you know that. We got that connection. And Dark Horse, you're right. Like that glyph needed a story. That was great. Glad I made you laugh, Jonathan. For sale, snail glyph never used. Ouch. Oh my gosh. Can we make the sniff a canonical punctuation? SNYPH.
I don't get it.
Snail glyph.
Oh!
Love it. Love it. And David loved it too once it was explained.
Yeah, by the way, I'm gonna work on that. We're gonna give him a little eye, don't you worry.
Oh wait, this isn't to mark, this is to cross. Alright, as in crossing pause. Alright, we have God, that's a nice little hissy. Ha, ha. That's a nice little half sigh, half hiss. I love it. Becomes pull.
Is that 90?
Whoops. Whoop. Gosh, I'm making all sorts of little errors here. That's my error noise. Whoop.
There's a great noise that Chris Berman makes when somebody does something very unexpected in football. I can't do it right now because of my voice, but he goes into a very high register. He goes, "What?" So
why can't you do it right now? Come on, David. No, please don't try. Please don't try. I would prefer that your voice actually work moving forward in the future. So don't do it now.
I'm attempting to do something with N right now.
And as he's attempting that, I have released a poll. Please vote. Jake's comparing islands in the stream to pump up the jam. Yes.
Can't believe that's what that looks like. It's so scrunched.
What is, sorry?
This is.
Oh. Let's see.
That's
all right.
better. Now we need it to go.
Shoot, there we go.
To go below.
Ooh, another contentious one, but we have enough votes in, and by enough I mean like all the votes that we should have in are in. And barely is the top one the winner. Ha, ha, Ha. Ha.
Oh, okay. That's good.
Isn't it nice? Because it's like, ha.
Huh.
As I lay here like this.
I like it.
I do too. It's hard for me to say, but I like it. Hard for me to say because really the beginning and the end of the word just end up sounding the same.
Shake that body. Beat, don't you know it's about time.
Are we going to get in trouble with all the copyright violations that we do? With all the music?
Yeah.
David's going to get us banned.
The thing is, and you know, Bibleridian is going to report us himself, and he's right to do it.
I'm going to go ahead and say Bibleridian loves me far too much to do that.
Nah,
You? Eh. But me and Bib.
I'm the one that unfortunately holds the deed to his lighthouse. It's the only reason he has to even pay attention to me.
That's amazing. You're right, Jonathan. It really is Knan with a couple extended strokes. I love it. Love it, love it. And Jake, I didn't say anything against that root. I just struggled to say it, and it made me laugh when David couldn't figure out what I was saying. Oh, that's much better. Except there's that
Oh, I mean,
little wonky do.
yeah, like this stuff is gonna get figured out. Like
You're good that way. You're
it's
good.
not even silly.
Sorry,
It's just a
I
matter.
prejudged.
It's just a matter of how exactly to execute it. It's like,
All right. As we're thinking about that, we're almost finished with our glyphic words. We need 3 more, so we'll get 1 more for sure done today. But then we should also talk about poll. Maybe we should do that first because the other 3 words can wait till the next live stream.
oh, I was thinking we just do something with punctuation.
You mean with the snail glyph?
Our little buddy.
Okay, so David's thinking punctuation, which would be good, and so I think that would be nice.
Yeah,
I also like that you're wearing your cat shirt.
Thank you. I was gonna say either that or just do something like pick some numerals and say, do an open poll or say like what are their protoforms gonna be.
Have we done our name polls yet?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I suddenly couldn't remember.
Yes, it is, Jonathan. California Republic. I like it. What is Pollard script? I don't know what that is.
Okay. The next one is a little bit more complex, but if we can figure this out, we'll be good.
Honestly, this is pretty much exactly what it looks like.
All right, so another glyph that we have, the actual image is based on a cat resting in a sunspot. But we already have a word that means sunspot or sunbeam. So we already have that word, and it does not start with the sound we need it to start with, which means we need a different. We already have the words to nap and to sleep, but we don't have a verb that just generically means to rest. Like you're not asleep, you're just enjoying the sun. So like to rest or even like to sun, like to sunbathe.
Yeah.
Is that a good verb to have as a root?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just gonna try to do this. This isn't enough. This isn't what I want.
Come on, man. You know I was trying to put it at 200. There we go.
Could also mean like to relax. We don't have a relax. And so like rest, relax, that kind of thing. Okay, so this word that means like rest or relax in the sun, as cats do. Doesn't specifically have to be in the sun, but you know, that's where they like to lay if they can. It needs to start with an ash. And so this one has to start with a vowel, and it needs to be an ash. And so I will take your suggestions now. Ooh, to daydream even. You never know what they do when they lay there. Oh, to like, yeah, to lie down. Do we actually have? We do not. Interesting. I thought we already had that one. Getting there.
Getting there.
Getting.
Is that better?
Yeah. And this is good? Yeah. I need to see it all black. Can we like blunt that just a tiny bit?
Nope.
No? All right.
We haven't done that with any of these others.
Oh, you sure haven't. Okay, then never mind. When it's small, it looks just fine. Okay. And Viren, I'm going to go ahead and make that an ash because I'm just assuming that means the typing. We need, well, I don't know what one we're working on the screen right now.
N.
But, oh yeah, so we're done with that one. We're looking for a verb that means like to rest or even to lie down. That starts with an ash. And that's going to be the glyph that's based on the drawing of a cat resting in a sunspot. Oh my stomach had something to say about that.
Well, Jesse's hungry.
No problem, Viren. I figured that was the case. I just wanted to make sure you knew I changed it.
I mean, it looks pretty much exactly like this.
Oh, I'm good with it, yeah.
All right.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't give you crap when you feel sick, because you don't always get the sass.
I don't. Okay. All right. It's done. So I don't know why this paper is here. Can I share this paper with everybody? It just has the names of some prominent created languages and language creators on it.
Yeah, you know what it's for.
I don't.
I want to use examples from sampling of languages, and I was keeping a list.
Can I move it?
Yeah. Set it on top of the pins. You can move it down, up. You could also put it inside the little front flap where the other loose papers are.
Oh, I think I'll do that. I hope you don't mind. Okay.
I mind most terribly, which is why I told you you could do it.
I mind most terribly.
Most terribly. Excellent. And no, Dark Horse, there will not be a special Christmas episode.
Yeah.
We will have the weekend off. However, today we finished the Luxembourg entries that will be posted for Wokusishu, which was a lot of fun.
Even though we only have 8 minutes, I'm going to try to do something. Okay, actions. Rotate negative 90 degrees. There we go. Plunk that little boy on the bottom. It looks like about the bottom. And now, come up a click. I'm going to show you what we're going to do. We're going to attempt
to do one of the really good ones. This one right here, which I think is one of the better glyphs that came out of this series. I think it's lovely.
Oh, which one? I was not paying attention.
L.
Interesting. We have some interesting things happening with some of these roots. Oh, for anyone who missed that comment, George is going to be live on Christmas Eve for Conlangery.
Oh man, what does Lee think of that?
Oh, I forgot to do my little search. Need to make sure none of these are already used.
Show you how to do this. You gotta do this.
What are you doing over here?
Fine. There's nothing to it.
Ooh.
Shake that body.
All right, David.
Yeah.
Do you approve all of these? There's 4 forms exactly for to rest, to lie down. We have, they look very similar, nasal
Yeah.
and ab.
Those are okay.
Okay. All right, here we go. Excuse me. I love how different some of these forms are, and yet when you run them, they end up looking the same. Whoops. Make sure I don't have a little typo.
Shake that body. Shake that body.
All right, here we go. Poll is going up now. Gosh, could you imagine actually conlanging like live all the way like right around midnight, so that way you were conlanging as Christmas came in and like with everyone, but only in your time zone, obviously, because everybody else it would either already be Christmas or not Christmas yet. You should do that for the new year.
Ooh,
As it is, I'm really just hoping I stay awake till midnight. Right, Jake? And we know how well that worked out. That is really funny, though. Was it...
This looks good to me.
Who was it that on Discord posted the screenshot of David in what had to have been Budapest?
Oh, yeah.
That was hilarious, though. Because, like, you can't see my face, so I can't say anything in it. I'm sure I looked as exhausted, but I swear you just were, like, exhausted.
Yeah.
As I'm laughing at you.
Encourage your laughter. Brings me joy. All right.
Oh my gosh, Dark Horse. Translate the raven into the mouse links. We have the tap, tap, tap. Yes. Oh, that was Miles. Okay. I couldn't remember, yeah, who posted that. And what was funny is, like, I don't even think Miles knows, you know, why the screenshot existed. Just did. Oh my gosh. Cracked me up. Waiting to see if anyone else votes. No, that was the wrong vote. Whoever just voted. And why is it the wrong vote? Because we have a tie. All right. Oh, all right. We're ending it because we just broke the tie.
We did, and it is
Long. That one was pretty funny though, because it was like all the forms were kind of the same, just slight variations. I think it's harder when we have a vowel initial. The last two, which we're gonna save because we're in our last minute of the stream. We'll save those for next time, but we do have two more, both of which are going to be consonant initial, and so we can vote on those next time. Oh, Logan, thank you for breaking the tie.
500.
Without you, David would have had to have made a decision, and
it wouldn't have been that one.
It would have been ab. What does L look like at the end of the day? Oh, a complex one. Oh, was this the one that after we voted on everything and you were really looking at it in terms of design, you were like, why the hell did I actually make this an option?
Because it's so difficult.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not because it looks any which way, but solely because he was thinking, I have to do this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, but it's getting there. Look at that.
I mean, I've done something like this before. It reminds me of Castathan. Nope, not that. Not that. Just that. Lift that up a little bit. And then we just.
I agree, Logan. I think it was a swell vote for that long laziness factor.
Okay. And we're going to take these and turn them to curves.
No, not at all. We should just let them be.
Smooth. Oh, I'm going to do this up and then we'll make it go smooth. I guess it's just like the ocean under the moon, which is the same as the emotion that I get from you. You got that kind of love and it can be so smooth.
You're too much sometimes.
Took you a while.
I was laughing at you. Sorry, should I have laughed louder beforehand?
Louder and longer.
That is how I sound most days when I laugh. On stream, I try to hold it back a little because, I got to let David sneezes be the loudest noise.
Okay, there we go. Okay, so now it's all connected and it's doing the right thing. So now we just need to figure out where should the midpoint be for this whole shape.
Oh, sorry.
It should probably be negative 230 plus 1,000. So that's 1230 divided by 2 is what?
Oh my God, 615.
615.
But wasn't it?
Ow.
Oh, wasn't it negative? Not. Oh, we weren't subtracting.
Okay, now what's 1,000 minus 615?
385.
That's where the midpoint should be. All right. Okay, and then.
Well, Jonathan, if you're asking about the laugh, you will just have to wait to meet me in person.
Mm-hmm.
CopyCon 2023.
That's right.
And hear me laugh in person. If you're asking about the math, then yeah, it's true.
You better believe that information is coming soon. There's so much information already about CopyCon, and I want to share it, but I don't want to share it until it's been 100% finalized.
And we are working on it, just so everyone knows. We are working with all the appropriate people to make that happen.
Yeah. Okay, I think that this needs to come in slightly.
It was very much about the laugh. So yes, need to see me live. Oh, that's gorgeous, Jake.
What?
The Tamil glyph,
Tamil glyph.
which they use in their name.
Yeah.
But it like looks really pretty. It's hard to see.
No,
I had to get all
one.
close to my screen, otherwise it just looked like the size was difficult to discern all the individual shapes. All right, and then as soon as David finishes ish with this one,
I want to put 2 dots there, and then delete and just see what it does.
okay.
500, 500, and now I'm gonna delete this
Oh my god, I'm so nervous.
and
Oh.
this. See, because it's gonna do
Oh,
it perfectly, right?
that's beautiful.
And then I might delete this, see what it does. Yep, that's gonna be a lot better. And so now the only trouble spots are like right here, where it's like, but you know what? It's darn good enough, I think.
I think it's really good.
The only question that remains is the space between this and that too much. If it is, I'm going to move this over, not
To
that.
give it more space. You can try it. I don't think it's necessarily too much, given. I think that's nice. Yeah.
To be clear, I'm putting less space there.
Yeah, yeah.
See, now it looks like a happy little elephant.
Oh my god, it does. Oh my god, that's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yes.
All right. Good deal.
There we go.
Yeah.
Now, we are good there.
I'm so sorry, everybody.
Make sure you save.
I'll be right as rain next time.
But that has me concerned because what that means is that I'm going to be sick. I don't think we've had a stream in like 3 months where one of us isn't sick.
I'll be right as rain.
You heard it here first. David is wishing ill health upon me. Now, hopefully, I know, right? Hopefully, yeah, we both, as Jake says, what a beautiful end to the stream, David. Hopefully, we both feel wonderful next week. What is wonderful is that next week will be a normal streaming week for us, and so we will see you next Thursday. And I say that's wonderful because it really just feels like, lately we've had to just go back and forth so much. We are really excited that we'll be back like normal next Thursday. We've got a lot of good glyph work done today, and patrons, you're going to have something to vote on, whether it's number words or punctuation. That will be determined between now and voting day. Awesome. Well, if you celebrate any holiday around this time of the year, happy insert holiday name. Happy holidays. Hope you have a wonderful week and stay grammar and stay healthier than David.
Hi, everybody.